should be a great one here between the Minnesota Vikings and the New Orleans Saints. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25.
They'll start on the ground here with Nwangu. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
So this game here in London, the first of 5 games in the NFL International Series for 2022. We'll see the Giants and Packers here next week. Broncos and Jags at Wembley at the end of the month. The Seahawks and the Bucs, that'll be in November in Munich, Germany. First time a game's been held there. And then we wrap up down in Mexico City, November 21st. Cardinals and Niners from Estadio Azteca.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Cousins going to bat it forward here on the jet sweep.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Throwing is Cousins. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
So on 4th down, Ryan Wright on to punt for Minnesota.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Now last year's leading rusher in the NFL, this is Jonathan Taylor.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
They run once more with Taylor.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Play action here with Dalton. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
It only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
Following the interception, Cousins. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
After the sack on first down, Cousins. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
And this drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Cousins to throw it. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he works free. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
The Saints had 2-1 now to start the campaign, and they moved back above 500 with a victory last week.
And you look at their start, a win, a loss, then a win. This might be something we see from them a lot this year, because when they're at their best, they can play with anybody. But bringing their best every week, that's been a challenge thus far.
On second down, it's Taylor. And he'll push ahead for about 3 to the 36.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
46 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45.
Up the middle, here's Taylor.
And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
To the right side, this is Taylor.
And he's got this down to the 35. That good for 19 and a first down.
Well, Jonathan Taylor, like most guys from Wisconsin, he's not one to shy away from contact. He proved it right there.
And with a guy his size, you have to know defensively that arm tackles aren't going to fly with him. You have to be able to wrap up, or else he can just brush tacklers aside like they're not even there.
And the next-gen stats shows us the Taylor how much.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. They give to Taylor out of the gun, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. So on 4th down, on comes Saints kicker Will Lutz.
From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt.
The kick by Lutz is good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Another try after the first down sack. Cousins looking left sideline, incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
This ball nearly intercepted. A once-in-a-season chance for the big fella, but he couldn't corral it. 4th down, straight ahead. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive.
And he's got room. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
91 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Again, it's Taylor.
Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
A give for Taylor running right side. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Called that a very strong gain of 24.
Love the play call that time. Love the design. You put 3 tight ends on the field. That screams jumbo set, running formation to a defense, right? No, they go play action, and defense gets confused for just a split second. And next thing you know, completion for good yardage.
A 1st down throw for Cousins.
And that's dropped underneath to Nwangu. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion left. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. To throw is Cousins. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Cameron Jordan able to record his 5th sack of the season.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
To try again after the sack. Cousins looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Cousins.
He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor.
Touchdown, Vikings! Jalen Reagor, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Vikings have taken the lead.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
On the handoff, Taylor. 116 yards on the ground for him so far.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Dalton.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
They'll run the toss here with Taylor.
And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
They'll run for it. It's Taylor.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
So a big play there on 4th, and now 1st and 10 at the 30.
Play fake. Here's Dalton. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Dalton sets up play action. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Lewis Seed. And the Vikings are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. Zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect him. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
First and 10, Taylor now.
And some room to maneuver. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Well, he was already over 100 yards running the football prior to this play, but this run may be his best yet.
I've got to agree with you on that one. We're looking at a guy running with extreme confidence, running in harmony and sync with his blockers. All of them kind of moving as one. And look at the end result. Big plays.
Lutz with the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone.
And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an up.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted.
And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
189 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Running left, Taylor.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Running straight ahead, Taylor.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. And it's still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here's Taylor.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The kick by Lutz is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well. Especially the quarterback.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hockenson. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Play fake. Cousins.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A first down there on a pickup at 25.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Cousins on first down.
They'll get this to Nwangu.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. From the red zone now, Cousins. Got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
And the Vikings are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. Now Cousins. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. 4 yards on the touchdown grab.
And the Vikings have evened the ball game with a chance to take the lead here in the final minute of this 3rd quarter. Joseph connects on the extra point.
And that will put them on top here in the 3rd.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this out to the 25.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now, the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play. Multiple plays that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
They'll try the left side with Taylor.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter.
They run once more with Taylor.
And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the gun, it's Taylor. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On the handoff, this is Taylor. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
Try to punch it in with Taylor. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So you've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Give left side here for Nwangu. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd down and 12. They go play action. Cousins. He's got a man. Complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Give him 30 yards there. A much better effort we're seeing from him under center this week versus last week when he threw 4 picks.
He has thrown the 1 in this game, but you're right. When you cut it down from 4 the previous week, and we always talk about adjustments, well, he made some in practice, and he continues to work on it during the game. I'm sure he's getting plenty of reminders about how to stay in the moment, stay focused on the task.
And he's got him in the driver's seat here in the 4th quarter. 12 more yards for him there. It's a 1st down.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
On 1st down, they'll run with Nwangu.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on 1st down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if he picked up the 1st down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the 1st down because in college football, the clock stops with every 1st down and actually aids the defense in that situation.
2nd and 1 from the 2.
Now they bring a receiver in motion right.
On 2nd down, here's Nwangu.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Hey, we're good, we're good.
Cousins now.
And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson.
Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon.
And the Vikings get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
Joseph on for the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. In just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Dalton.
This one completes Alec Pierce.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 there and a New Orleans first down. Play action now. Dalton. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Up the middle, here's Taylor.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Dalton up, play action. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big one there on third down. They hit for 30 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a give to Taylor. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 1st and goal. A touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. 3rd and goal. And keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
They'll try and run. Taylor.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Big 4th down here. It's Dalton.
On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings have just about sewn up this football game.
He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late, and that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up